That's right.
Yeah.
What did you do, Hoddy? Did you recognise when you were getting down?
I don't think so. I think that, like what you said earlier, I did all my flying really when I was younger. So you've got a lot more endurance when you're younger. So I was riding more on excitement probably and didn't realise that I might have been getting fatigued. But I could do, we could do big hours and you still go home and exercise and still do all that stuff. We were doing Pedro, 1,200 hours a year, top dressing, and we're still going for a big bloody bike ride at the end of the day, or in our days off. Had heaps of
Medium
energy.
bike rides.
What was that?
A medium to small bike rides.
Wow, compared to what you
Just
do,
to be clear.
big bike ride for me, but.
Round the block.
But we're still doing all that stuff and doing
We're
1,200 hours
exercising.
because I got crook, and then once I went back flying, it was a lot more noticeable. I couldn't do what I used to do. So when I went back, it was you'd do something and you'd come home and you knew you couldn't do anything else. Like you'd go straight to the couch and stuff. So I suppose that's a pretty good indicator. If you can't do anything else apart from your job and you got no energy for anything else, then that's a pretty good indicator that you're fucked.
So you noticed that in yourself. Did you do anything to remedy it?
I told the boss man to bloody that'll do. Yeah. No, I had to stop flying because you're bloody. There's so many stories of people that just keep pushing it and they all either end up with a whoopsie or going beyond the point of repair. So, in yourself, the only reason you push yourself is because you don't want to let anyone down. So, you just got to be honest to yourself without being a fucking pussy. Like really, eh? Like, you hear stories of people just pulling the piss, but you know what I mean. There's an area in there somewhere.
Are you talking, Pedro?
Oh,
can you hear? You go on.
Pedro,
I can see you.
It's Pedro. He's the static man.
I don't know why, but I can't hear you at all. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
That's right. He's dyslexic. If he just sign language, it'll probably come across better anyway.
It is sign language week, isn't it? Topical. It's not going to work well on a podcast where it relies heavily on sound.
If he just twitches his moustache to the left for yes and twitches his moustache to the right for no.
You might have to sign out and come back. I don't know what happened there. He's still there. No, he can't even sign out now. He's lost. He's gone.
What do you reckon, Burgess? Do you reckon that's right, or fuck it, right?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that the tricky bit is knowing. Pedro. Nah. Try your plug. Pull it out and put it back in. Oh, I can hear you there.
Ooh. Cool. We'll stick with that, eh?
You got it. Good echo.
Good echo. He had one job.
It's echoing a lot, eh?
I know. Motherfucker. Hold on.
Is it a battery-powered headphones?
No, how's that? Is that better?
Oh, yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. Sorry about that, guys.
Hey.
Jesus. We're slowly getting better at this, folks. We'll get there one day. Where were we, Hoodie? Oh, so if you're getting fatigued, yeah, I think it's a tough one because I know now, but I know now because I've found out the hard way what happens when I've got myself crook. And for me, it's always started from dehydration of some form. I remember in particular when I started contract flying, so instead of being full-time where you'd sort of you'd always have some form of work on, I would do it in batches, a couple of weeks at a time. And every time I'd start back, I'd just get poked real quick, real knackered, and wouldn't drink enough, and I'd lose it. And I remember one week I was in the Hawke's Bay, and I was just that knackered. I was in between loads. I was sort of leaning against the canopy of the Cresco, not so much sleeping, but just zoning out for a second and giving myself that minute. And I know I should have stopped, but I don't know why I didn't. But it's from that, and then later on reflecting on how dumb that was, and then now realizing that, but standing up to myself and saying, nah, this is
That's a hard
bullshit.
thing, isn't it? Standing up to yourself, though.
Yeah, big time. But it works. Like getting up and getting out of the plane and going for a walk around or something is usually enough. Or even like I've had a few kips under the wing. Have you guys ever done that?
Yeah, that was standard practice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Sleeping under the bin roof.
Not hoodie. But would you do it even though you've got work? Like you wouldn't just do it when you're waiting for FERT to arrive or anything?
No, like you got to the point where Jimbo every time you come into the landing, they'll falling asleep. So you're like, right, it's time to have a sleep. So just pull up and have a snooze.
Yeah. So you've actually nodded off in between loads.
Not nodded off, but definitely like eyes keep falling down, your head keep nodding off, and yeah.
Ah, right. And what'd you do?
Yeah, not just sleep for half an hour and carry on. Probably not a good way to be. I do have a story of I'm not going to name names, but had to drop a loader driver off to an airstrip and tried to call up the pilot, like just let him know I'm coming in land. Couldn't get hold of him. He was parked on the ground, so I thought he must have been in the bin or something. Landed, and he's lined up, loading the plane in fine, and not moving. And so pull up, and he was fast asleep.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a hard one because I had to try and wake him up, but it's in fine. So, wasn't cool.
Jeepers.
Yeah, I've had a couple of times, like when I was doing my ag rating, my loader driver fell asleep, and I ended up having to loader drive. And then, I've had a couple of times where I've had loader drivers fall asleep, like they just fall out sleeping. Yeah.